Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trade Confident. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday here. We're going to have some fun looking at some metrics on this chart, give you guys an idea of what's going on with VeChain. I'm also going to be giving you guys some hope in the market here. I know a lot of things are a little bit of doom and gloom right now. Everything's going down. The whole market's bleeding like crazy today. But let me give you guys some predictions of where I think the price could go if we start bouncing back up. Non-emotional, this is going to be all fundamental and past history of what it's shown us. And then I'm also going to be pulling in the psychology of a market cycle today to give you guys proof of these moves up of how high we could go, why it's a good time to get in today. We'll go over the metrics, and then I want to go over the breaking news that has been circulating around the web for VET that's actually pretty bullish. I enjoy it myself, so let's just dive into this analysis today. Okay, so the trend exhaustion, I'm going to spend a few seconds on these, and then we're going to dive into the price prediction here. So the trend exhaustion has been pushed all the way to the bottom. This white line is showing us the pretty much the strength of the trend. So when the trend is moving down a lot and it gets to the bottom red section, this is where we're expecting the price to move back up because the trend is just simply exhausted. We see this many times in the market. If we look past here, we see it come down to these red sections. We start seeing jumps in the market. We see down to these red sections, we start seeing jumps. And I've done this a million times for you guys on the charts. We see even just small little jumps in here when that happens. You know, over here we can see this as well. It was basically the bottom before we started heading up again. And then a bunch of jumps in between here. So with this indicator, I am expecting to see a little bit of a jump in the market. It's a great one to have on you guys' charts. The price versus the whale money flow is actually very positive. I know you guys see this green line moving down with whale money flow, as well as the price structure moving down. But hey guys, you know what? Whales have to buy too. And so this is a great time to buy. The trended dashboard here is majority red. So I am looking for most retail traders to be nervous in the market. You know, a lot of these indicators, the RSI, stochastic, MACD, 5100, 200, they have not been positive over the last few weeks. You know, the stochastic is green, but that's not enough to tell me that we're going to head back up by any means. Let's take a look at this now. Let me give you guys some predictions of what I think could happen if we start moving back up. I want to take a look at this zone that we're at. Historically, something very interesting has happened down here around this 5-cent mark. Last time we got down here, well, let me start over here. I'll start to the far left. When we moved over here, we saw a very nice jump right after that of 184%. Okay, let's just pull a few prices here of what's happened around this area. Over here, we saw a move of about 114%. And then we pull over here and we see another area right around the same zone. I'm pulling the low to the high before we saw retracements. So that was 60%. And this is what I want you to visually be watching on the chart here. It's this structured zone right around this area. We are right around here where last time we saw 1, 2, 3 pumps back up. Now, I know you're like, oh, you just pulled that. Let me show you proof of why I think this is also a very good scenario. We could start seeing it move back up, and I'm going to use the psychology of a market cycle now. So now you see visually, we see 114% pump, 184% pump, and then a 60.71% pump. Okay, follow me over here. If you watch the psychology of a market cycle, even on this demo here, I'm going to use Bitcoin as a real live example, but the cheat sheet for Wall Street shows bounces, bounces, and bounces. It finds support levels and then hits bounces. Okay, let's follow me down here. Look at this. Bitcoin, we see a drop, we see a bounce. We see a drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, over and over. And what happens? It's a capitulation stage down here where you see a strong support being held. 1, 2, 3 times. Third time, shot up right after that. Okay, visually follow this. See the big drop? That's 1, 2, 3. If we go back over here, we see a huge drop. We see 1, 2, 3. I am counting this as the second one right here, but if we don't count that, that's okay. I understand. We'll count it 1, 2, 3. We are still around this third area here of this capitulation stage. If we take what Bitcoin did, because it happens a lot of times in the market and it's following very close structure to what Bitcoin did. 1, 2, 3, we could be due for a very nice move up here. Now, it did not go all the way up to the previous structure high, but it went up, I'd say, about 50 to 60%. So let's look at that and let's say this is 1, 2, 3. Let's see what that looks like if we come back over here and we just pull this up about 50%. Because I want to get this as accurate as possible for you guys if we do start moving up. So about 50% would be right around, I'd say, this area. So a 38% jump. So I'm not going to come in here and say, guys, you know, we're due for a 114% jump or 184 just because it happened in the past. You know, with psychology of a market cycle, maybe we could be seeing another pump back up. But here's the thing you need to be noting on here. This has never actually crossed the previous structure high. it has actually dropped down below, saw incredible small movements of basically sideways consolidation, and then we saw the pump move back up, okay? So even that is very accurate to the Bitcoin chart that we saw, because we have this high, we have another high, we have a high. This never crossed this high, this never crossed that high, this high might never cross this high right here until we see a little bit more maybe of a move down or a little bit more consolidation and then a pump back up. So could we end up seeing a 38% jump? Yes, and I actually think that's quite conservative. We don't know when this whole bear market's going to be over, but let's go over the metrics now and take a look at what's happening with the Wells institutions of what they're looking at, and then we'll kind of get an idea to see if we're kind of prepared for this. So let's go over here, and I'll end with some news here that's pretty bullish in my opinion. Okay, 5:30. So these metrics are going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm over at tradeconfident.io. You guys get the metrics for all of these coins here with your guys' membership, so enjoy that. The emotional index. This is interesting. I've spent some time watching this morning. And I want to show you some interesting things I haven't actually pointed out to you guys on the charts before. So we see that we moved down here to the fearful level. And actually, all the wells that ended up buying down here, I know this looks very, very small to you guys' blip right here. That's 10%. That's a 10% move in the market just right there. If you guys were following that, I'll show you where the well and institutional smart money peaked out. It was literally right at the bottom here. And then they bought in, they already made their, 9.44% on this. So, they did pretty well. But if you guys are following these metrics, you guys get to take advantage of that as well. Okay, historically, real quickly, let's take a look. When we're in fearful sections, we see the wells are actually buying this very strongly, okay? We saw when we dipped down over here, we saw another pump in the market, we saw this move over here, and we pumped in the market again. So yes, are we expected to see move back up from historical data? Not just historical data, guys. By the way, let me just say this. You guys know we're not charting price, correct? On TradingView? Like, these charts don't chart price, they chart behavior. I know it's not like a semantics thing, but like literally we're charting behavior. We're not charting price. Price is just a byproduct of the behavior that's happening behind the charts. Okay. So let's move down here. Long versus short trade. So if you guys are going to look to enter any trades, this is very obvious today, but you'd be surprised how many people in here are like, oh my gosh, we're going to sell because we're going to keep heading down. I've been calling this on the channel, and I think this is fairly good knowledge of like, guys, this may not be the best time to sell. It might be the best time to maybe stock up. Personally, that's what I'm doing. I have buy limits in for Ethereum and ADA at very low prices. I'll go over that if I can in this video. Okay, well, and institutional smart money, what are they doing right now? I told you guys a spike right here. When you guys see this spike to previous highs, like here's a high, here's a high, here's a high, here's a high. When you guys see it start spiking back up there, this is just how VeChain moves and it breathes. Like, that's a great place to buy in and just get some dollar cost averaging. I'll show you a metric you can use for that. But this is dropping off. This is actually a good sign that we're dropping off here, because the more this shifts over to short trades, that means the price is due for a move back up. And that's what we're seeing. But make sure you guys watch these metrics here in about 2.5 hours. If we shoot back up, that's not a good sign. That's actually a sign that they're probably going to, I don't know, drop the price even further, I guess. Excuse me. If we drop down, it's probably going to be a sign that the price will drop. But if we move back up here, it's a good sign that price will, they're buying it, expecting it to move up. Yes, it might keep moving down, but this is where smart money is buying. I have shown you guys sentiment. I've looked at CryptoQuant, all these other metrics, on-chain metrics. We are all showing the same data right now for well institutional smart money. Everybody is buying. Yes, the whales and the big guys are in a loss right now. It's very clear. Go take a look at anything else. Like, I'll show you guys here. They're in a loss right now, but they are buying, okay? So if you guys want to be on the sides of the whales institutions, they are buying. Grayscale is buying. Even when they said they came out 3 weeks ago and they said they bought, they are down on their position as well. But why are they all still buying so much? Maybe it's something you should do. I don't know. You decide. Okay, taking a look at the most recent structure support was down here at 6 cents. Well, we've already broken that. So 6 cents is done. We're already down here at the bottom around like 5.7, I think, 5.6. Probably pretty close to that. We ended up hitting, 5.5, and we're currently sitting right at 5.7. So let's keep moving down here. I want to show this to you guys. If you guys are looking for a metric where you are literally like, all right, I get paid every Friday. This is sweet. I get paid every Friday, and I got an extra $100 on the side. I just want to come in a place where I can look to see where I can just throw money into VeChain so I can get really good discounts. I'm just like, look, Travis, I'm going to hold for the moon. I'm just going to get in here and I'm going to hold for life. I'm going to just retire on this. Okay, where's the best places to buy? Like, historically, guys, I don't see another metric out there that's better than this one right here of helping you call the bottoms. Now, of course, it can go down further, but those of you who just want a dollar cost average and just throw some money in here, that's great. A lot of dollar cost averaging ideas will end up saying, okay, every Friday, put this amount in. Every end of the month, put this amount in. Well, that can end up giving you guys areas where you're just sitting at the top. Like Friday ended up happening around here. I guarantee you guys, like a Friday eventually happened up here. And you guys lost a lot of money on that trade. Why not at least, if you're going to head down this far, why not at least have positions in here that are lower, that are super low, 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 and low again? Like this is the best metric. If you guys literally just pay $49 a month to get access to all these metrics in here, like this is probably one of the best ones if you want a dollar cost average. So anyways, just want to throw that out there. Just want to explain a little bit more. And this is where you guys can exit. This calls the drops, calls the drop, call the drop, call the drop, call the drop, call the drop. Very, very accurate, okay? And this is the current death cross in the market. So the overall metrics are still looking very bullish. And if you guys take a look at history of what psychology of a market cycle is showing, this could be due for a 38% move back up. Now, two things. I'm going to go over the best trade setup you can take right now. I'm going to fly through that, and then we're going to go over the news, okay? So live trades are over here under live trades. Okay, you guys get access to Bitcoin with the free membership, but like I said, the $49 a month, you guys get access to everything in here. So this is kind of long defined. Just go to the search bar up here and just click on VeChain if you guys can find it before me. There we go, sweet. So VeChain, and then click on VeChain right here. This is going to show you guys the absolute best entry possible. I'm serious. Like this is what hedge funds I've been coaching in the past. I'm like, guys, this is how you look to trade. These are all lines based off Fibonacci zones. They're based off of quarters theories. They're based off bot trading. They're based off of, getting in just above support levels where all the retail traders get in, so you can get in before then. I'm serious, guys. This is meticulously put in here. You get this for all the top 10 currencies that I'm trading here. So what you'll do if you want to get in here is this is a great time to look for a buy opportunity because you guys have this set up. What you do is you take the white line and you take the 3 or the 4 buy limits right below this white line, and those are basically where you're going to put buy limits in your exchange, okay? So you can, if you want, and I say this down here, I don't really recommend it, but if you want to get into a trade right now, because it is super low, I'm not going to lie about that, it's very good at buying opportunity, you can use a market order on your first one. But what I suggest is this: if you guys are looking to trade with, for example, $1,000, I would break it up into 4 equal portions of $250 each at each buy limit, okay? Let me quickly blast through here. If you guys are looking at this today, this is sitting around pretty close. Like I said, these metrics will update here in about 2.5 hours. At 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and it says it right down here too. So if you look to get in, if you market order at 8 o'clock or sometime today, that's fine. That is $1,000. That would be $250. The next 250 would be at this buy limit. The next 250 would be here, and the next 250 would be here. I know they're spread out far, but this is good risk management. Sorry, guys, got to pop up on my screen here. This is very good risk management where you're dollar cost averaging into all of these dips, and you're not putting your money in one spot. Also, the immediate yellow line above the current price where you get in, that is your sell limit. All right, if it's too close or you don't like that, that's totally fine. Come down here, look at the metrics. That's actually a tutorial of how to trade this whole thing. But if you come down here to the metrics, you guys can use all of these to call profitable exits. You want a great metric to call exits? This guy right here. So once you're into your trade, you can watch it in your account. If you're up 10% or whatever, a few $100, $1,000, great, exit. That is just the best place to look for entering trades. I'm telling you guys, this is an incredible chart to find your buy limits to get into trading for VET. All right, like I said, let's go over the news real quick. This is quite interesting. So this VeChain partnership will enable VET holders to buy on eBay, Amazon, and others. That's pretty neat. Okay, so this came out just a few days ago, but I want to read this here. VeChain Foundation. Okay, this was on July 9th, so we're currently on July 20th. So if you guys didn't see this is pretty neat. We are proud to announce Shopping.io partnered with VeChain. VeChain holders will enjoy 2% discount on free package and additional discount for SPI holders on checkout using their VET. Give a warm welcome to the VeChain community. So this is actually what the website looks like. You guys can go over here and check this out, but this is shopping.io. Very interesting that they're partnering with them because this is one of the mediums that people are using to actually get products from Amazon. Okay, if Amazon ever comes out and they announce like, hey, we partner with VeChain, or I'm not just trying to pump that word out there, like Dogecoin, whatever, Bitcoin, Ethereum. If they partner with them, it is going to be absolutely huge because it's going to have a use case that is just ginormous. it's going to be insane. Everybody, having the money in staking, everybody just simply trading in their exchanges. Anytime that Amazon or even eBay or anything like that comes out with like, we're going to accept this cryptocurrency or multiple cryptocurrencies, that's going to be huge. So guys, make sure you're watching the metrics over here. Honestly, guys, this is just the best thing to have in your tool belt every month to be like, okay, what's happening in the market? I can see historically this is what's gone on, and we've seen pumps, we've seen drops. It's just something really, really nice to have in your favor. And then I actually believe you guys will make a really great deal of money if you guys are signed up here. So again, not going to turn this into a sales video at all. If you guys want to, that's great. It's $49 a month. You guys get access to all the metrics for all these coins as well as all the live trades. So let's see if we can get a move up here for about 38% is what I'm calling. And how long would this take to happen? Well, last time this ended up taking, I know this is going a little bit longer, but let me actually give you a realistic date range on here. This might actually be one of the most important parts of the video. Let's get a date range. So from this pump to this pump here, we saw that about 1 day and 16 hours, okay? 1 day, 16 hours. This was a total pump to the top of about 11 days and 12 hours. So 1, 11, let's see what this looks like. That was 11 days. I'm going to pull a medium in here, and that was about 7. So 7, 11, and 1. I would say 7 to 11 days. Let's say that. 7 to 11 days. Let's actually get a date range on here of when this would actually happen. So 7 to 11 days from historical data would put us right around, if we do start seeing a jump, I'm going to go with the further because I don't want to say this is going to go up real fast. So 11. So that would put us down here at the 31st of July. Wow. Maybe right at the 1st of August, we could actually see this happen. So I would say August 1st, by the end of the month, we could see a 38% jump in VeChain. Not just throwing that out there. That's proven with metrics. We've seen a jump, proving this with the market cycle, and past historical data of what could happen. In 11 days, we could see VET jump 38%. Keep watching these videos, guys. Subscribe if you like anything in here. Make sure you guys are subscribed over at tradeconfident.io. God bless you guys so much, and I'll keep the videos coming. Alrighty, bye-bye.